Look at these cute little babies. Aww. I think I like the little black guy. Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Old Crows Homestead. Randy and Shelly here. It's been a minute since we put a video out, but we wanted to introduce somebody to you. This is the newest member of Two Old Crows Homestead. So, I don't know. I think I want to name him Johnny Cash. He's the man in black. What do you think?
Brown.
He does look a little brown on the side, doesn't he? So we got him from a friend of mine, a guy that I work with. His name's David. And he actually had two brown ram lambs. And then this one, next to the two brown ones that he had, this guy looked black. But now, like, with the sun on his back, he looks brown, doesn't he? But we could still name him Johnny Cash. Yeah, he's a cute guy. So we're going to get him out and take him back and introduce him to the three sisters and see how everybody gets along. It's not easy to video this. Randy's taking him over here where the water is at and everything, so he'll know where that's at. And the girls are up here too.
Up to you. We can either come off of that post there. I think coming off of this post and just moving the box, connecting it over here somewhere, one of these, then going down there and running the fence, running another fence line down through there somewhere, straight across. That was my idea. I mean, you come off of here, go right over there, but I was kind of like to have access from that gate into here.
Oh, is that okay? I see why you want to do that.
If we leave this right here open for them, that'll keep this area right here down, make it before we get in here.
You know, if we came across right at that corner post, that would free up these posts right here.
You talking about that corner post?
Yeah.
And just move the box.
And we could use all of these posts. I mean, we'd have to go across like right there between there and the post. You see that right across there? We'd have to go across there, but it would leave this open. They would still be able to come out here and still be able to get to their water, and we could move, like, see where those H posts are down there?
That's what I was thinking.
And come up that section and like come up to the corner of the pig pen right there. What do you think of that?
The second
Yeah, the second set of...
That's what I was thinking, just running another line of posts up that way. Giving them this.
And then they would just have access to all of this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what I was going to do, is go off that H post down there and give them this entire...
But that means this is going to have to all be restrung. So if we come, can we come off of this corner again, right here?
I thought that's what you said, come off this corner here and just...
I mean, will that electrify it? Because right now we've got it plugged into electricity. Will that does that thing work to electrify it?
We can move the box right down here.
So we didn't use that before to electrify it? Okay. So why don't we, if we're gonna move the box down here, because is there electricity in her shed right here?
Yes.
Okay. So if we're gonna move the box down here, then let's run the line down there and back and down there and back and down there and back, and then why don't we go across and come up this way, down and back. We'd only have to go across once, but I mean, we'd have to put a couple of these things in there, but we could go across, just take like the top, this top line, and go across, and then go up and up, back and forth. What do you think of that?
That roll key. They sell these things attached to the fence. They come out kind of like this right here.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually hooked on to the fence right here that you can run your wire through. I was going to think about getting.
Oh, so instead of using posts,
you have to go across that.
we could do that. Okay.
But they're black and they kind of like come out like this. They just hook onto the.
Are they expensive?
I don't know. I don't think they're that much. But that's what I was planning.
But we'd only need like 3 of them, right? I mean, if they stick out that far, we won't need that many. Maybe 4 at the most.
Maybe, I don't know how many comes in a pack.
Hey ladies, come meet your new guy. You want to come meet your new man?
Okay.
He's going to be your baby daddy. Just so you know, you need to be nice.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Instead of coming off that H post, what if we went down there to that next wooden post? That'd give them a whole lot more.
That wooden one right there?
Yes, I don't know where you're pointing at. That wooden post right there and there past the H post.
And then come up to the corner of the pig pen?
Possibly.
Or like where the pig pen meets the sheep pen over there, right there?
Maybe. Somewhere around that area.
I guess that's fine. I don't care.
That would give them more room. I'd give them about as much room as I have over here.
Well, this is a lot of growth. They're going to have a ton of grass in here.
Maybe we want to make it smaller, we make it smaller, but we're still going to have to work on rotating them more often.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that they've been on this for quite a bit.
And they've done quite a good job.
I know, but there's still a lot of growth out there. So I don't think that we're overgrazing yet. I mean, with just 3 of them that's been out there. I mean, they've, you know, this is down, but this is kind of their pathway, their walkway or whatever. But this stuff is still growing out here and they're not making a huge dent in it. So I don't think that they're to the point that they're overgrazing. So if we go to that wooden post that you're talking about down there, I think that's going to be plenty big enough for a bit.
Well, do you think we should just wait until
No,
we have more time to do it and then move them in, like in a week or 2, on my next weekend off? But yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of growth over here. But
this fence right here, me and Jackson did this in 2 hours on a Sunday morning. I mean, do you think that you're not going to be able to do it? Because I'm not going to have time to help you this week. If you want to wait till we come back from the trip, we can. What are they doing? They are like over there tripping. What are they doing? They're probably over there discussing how distraught they are that there's a boy out here in their field. I don't know.
yeah, I don't think we quite overgrazed this yet, but if we don't move them, this back there's going to start getting out of control and we'll have to have a bush hog again.
I also think that, I mean, it's not going to take you a whole day to move the fence if you want to do it. Like, it literally took me and Jackson 2 hours. If you just remember, like, laying these fence posts down, we put 2 fence posts end to end, and that's how far apart they are.
Well, what if we further put that corner and started hanging on down and give them more room?
You mean just taking this over?
Yeah, opening.
No, because I don't want them on this. I want this to have a chance to grow. This back here behind us.
Well, I mean, there's still quite a bit of grass over here. They haven't.
I know, but I mean, this needs to, there's a big difference between this out here and this over here. I know there's still grass growing and all of that, but I want them to come over here and be in this. If I'm not mistaken, I think this stuff with the little purple flowers is vetch. And that is really good for them to eat. It's got a lot of protein in it. Renewed Homestead, the lady from Renewed Homestead did a video about vetch, and she would go out and cut it and hang it up and use it as hay to feed them in the wintertime. It's supposed to be really good for them. I didn't realize that we had it in our field. You got to come out here and look when the flowers are out and stuff, and because when the flowers fall out, it's hard to identify what the stuff is sometimes. I think all those white flowers down there are blackberry bushes that got bush hogged, and maybe they'll eat those down. That'll be good. Yeah, go to that post past the H thing, because they can eat down all those blackberry brambles and stuff. So the girls are out there investigating. They were chasing him around the little hut right there. Seems like the black one, she doesn't really, she's the one that's instigating the whole chasing him around thing. Y'all be nice to him. Yeah, I know. Do you see the new baby, Loki? Not that you care, right? Do you see the new baby? Socks. I'm hanging with the herd. I think you guys are going to need to go inside with me until he gets used to being out here and realizes that you can't get to him. Turd face. He's a cute little guy. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's gonna make pretty babies, y'all. Yeah, Dorothy's all up in his business. The other two are hiding behind her. She is kind of the, even though they're sisters, she's kind of the mama of the bunch. I wasn't even videoing. I thought I was videoing, but I wasn't even videoing. So anyways, I'm hoping to get back on track with making videos, putting out regular content. It's just so hard. We got so many things going on. Festivals coming up in July, and getting everything together for that, doing stuff around the homestead. Every time we do something that I think, oh my gosh, I should make a video, it actually takes twice as long to do that task when you have to stop and video it. So there's that. But I wanted to show you, we are getting our garden going. So it's been a little bit slow this year. The grandkids and Jessica and Josh came over and helped clean out the beds. So right here we've got some cold crops like lettuce, and there's some kale in there, and cabbage, and some romaine lettuce. Check out my asparagus. Let me get in here and I'll show it to you. So we cleaned out the asparagus bed, and that stuff is growing like crazy. I want to say this is year 3, I think. I'm probably not going to cut any of it to eat. I think if I let it go for another year, it's just going to take off like gangbusters, and we'll have asparagus for 20 years or whatever. It's pretty awesome. It looks great. I'm gonna have to clean out that bed right there. That's where I put my tomatoes. And just past that, Randy tilled that up. We're gonna plant potatoes probably in the next couple days before we go to the festival in Ohio. That's got volunteer potatoes coming up right there. Isn't that funny? I'll need to get these beds cleaned out. This bed right here had Jerusalem artichokes, and all of those, we dug out tons of Jerusalem artichokes out of this bed and have been feeding them to the pigs. And see, they're even growing out the side of this bed right here. So I'm going to go through again and pull all of these up, and I want to get this filled back up with more compost and soil and stuff. But this is where I want to, I just want to grow something different here. We took a bunch of this and put it over in that little area over there. That was like the garden the first year that we lived here. We had a little bitty garden over there. And so we put a bunch of the Jerusalem artichokes over there last year, and they're taking off. That's what all those big sticks that are sticking up out of there, that's what those are. And so they're gonna be moved over there, and it's gonna take forever to get them out of this bed. I will say, if you ever grow Jerusalem artichokes, put them where you want them to be, because they will be there forever. So, yeah. But we're on track with getting our garden planted, and I'm waiting until we come back from our trip to there's a lady that has just a little greenhouse here in the town that I live in, and she grows, all kinds of garden plants and stuff, and I have zero luck with starting plants in the house. Let me take that back. I don't have zero luck starting them. I have zero luck keeping them alive. So I'll get them started and all that kind of thing, and then like I had to leave to go on a trip for work. I came back and all my stuff was dead. It's so aggravating. So I usually always end up getting my starts from her, which is fine, right? It's community. She does that thing. I go get my stuff from her. It supports her. It helps me. And it's supporting small business and all that kind of stuff. So I'll go, when we get back from Ohio, I'm going to go and get tomatoes and peppers from her. And then I'm also going to plant like green beans and all of that stuff when we come back from that trip. So some of our strawberries from last year are getting pretty big. I added a bunch more strawberries. Comfrey's coming up really good. That is fennel, I believe. And then I've got, what else? I just planted some dill here this morning right there. It needs to be watered. And there's some more right there. And then there's some rosemary coming up from last year right there. I think my picture's a little blurry. This cat, this is my daughter. Don't climb up me. I'm not into that. That's my daughter's cat. She lets him run around outside from their place, and he's been getting in my herb garden. There's mint back there, and I think some more right here. What else? I think that's it. I need to have Randy yank that out. That looks like it might be poison oak or something. Yeah, that needs to come out. But I'm hoping to get a lot of this area cleaned up this year and have it looking nicer out here. So this is the flower bed that when we moved in, the people that lived here, a couple people ahead of us, they're the ones that put all of this out here, and I love this. I don't love this stuff. I try to yank this out every year. This stuff spreads like crazy, and I'm wanting to put more things in here, but oh my gosh, most of the flowers that come out in the spring, this is when this is the prettiest, because I get all of these purple flowers that are just beautiful. And there's just all kinds of really pretty stuff in here. So, and I figured out that I've got cleavers, that's what that stuff is, growing in this, and I'm gonna make a tincture out of that. I've been taking Leslie's, see there's some over there too. I've been taking Leslie Gossett's herbal class, and she was talking about cleavers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what's in my front yard. I was so excited. So anyways, take a minute and comment below and let me know what you've got going in your garden. Have you been able to start your garden yet? Right now it's the end of April. It's getting, I think May is next Thursday or something like that. And a lot of times in Kentucky, you don't plant your garden until like Mother's Day or Derby weekend or something like that. But what are you all doing? Are you able to plant this early? Maybe in some of the southern states, you guys already have your garden going. So let me know what you're planting. Let me know what you got going on. What are you putting in your herb garden? Get inspired to make an herb garden. Comment below and let us know. And y'all have a blessed Sunday. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Yeah, God bless you. Have a great day.